the winner of the Great Wine Capitals of the World competition this year for the second year in a row. For La Motte, it's really a good achievement for us. It's just a reassurance that we're on the right road. I think we put a brand together that's superior in wine. It's not only about wine, it's much more than wine.
So Terroir, the opportunity of offering almost like a food and wine pairing combination, I think is very important for people visiting the tasting room area to move on through to the restaurant and be able to experience some dishes that are paired to wines, not just of Terroir but also of the local area.
I believe that architecture in wine tourism is a very important component. It's not absolutely necessary because any element of wine tourism, you can be strong in one area and weak in another. But when you're surrounded by absolutely beautiful landscape and ocean, as we are at Waterkloof, you have a restaurant, you have a winery, you want to attract people from all over the world. If you create a building within that setting that is beautiful and memorable, then I think that is in addition to all the other offerings you can make. And for many people, some people who come to Waterkloof remember the wine, some people remember the food, but also some people remember the building and the setting, and some people remember all three.
At Motte Estate, we offer a truly unique wine tasting experience that involves all three senses, a remarkable tasting of great wines.
Creation Wines is in the Himmeln Ader Ridge near the coastal resort of Hermanus. And the name comes from heaven and earth, and from working with nature, and also from being one of the most innovative wine estates in South Africa. Things that we offer our guests that come to the farm are secret food and wine pairings. We've got a wonderful little entertainment section for the children that are there. We also do blend your own bottle of wine, and we do vineyard safaris. So a fantastic overall experience for the family.
Innovation, I think, as far as I'm concerned, innovation works very much in tandem with vision, and the definition of vision is about the art of seeing the invisible. And certainly from a great wine capitals of the world, it's actually remarkable to see where certainly South African wines and indeed Western Cape wines have gone off the platform of innovation. Not only innovation in terms of taste, but certainly in terms of design. And it's significant, I think, to note that next year is a Design 2014 year for Cape Town. And I think the innovation and wine work beautifully in that particular space.
What I've been trying to do today is to reboot wine tourism. You know, we've got Web 1.0, Web 2.0. Wine tourism 2.0 is not just about going to places and tasting and buying. It's about the experience. It's about having a good time. It's about people actually turning up at a winery, and maybe the person with them is a designated driver or a child or somebody who doesn't like wine anyway. Give them things to enjoy. Give the whole experience a memory value so that you're going to come back. Maybe you're going to buy wine that day, but maybe you're not. Maybe you're going to sign up to buy wine later on and have it shipped to your country. It's about putting the wines of South Africa, the wines of each winery, into people's brains, lodging them in people's brains so they remember them and want to come back. So South Africa is one of the most exciting wine countries in the world. There's so much going on here. I've been coming here since the late 80s, and I'm dazzled by what's changing, and I think from here on, wine tourism is going to be one of the great strengths of the South African wine industry.
I think wine tourism is very important, not only for the Western Cape, but for South Africa as well. For two reasons. We are producing wine where we create jobs on the farm, and we're bringing in tourism. And bringing in tourism helping us to create new jobs for the tourism industry as well.
In the last 10 years that I've been reviewing the restaurants of South Africa in the Cape, one of the main drivers has been the Winelands, because in the Winelands there's a lovely synergy between the wine and the food. And the thing about the winery restaurant is that they really push the boundaries. They really create an environment that's beautiful for dining, but they understand food, because wine and food are a natural complement. And when you understand one, the other comes naturally. The drive towards better quality product is also reflected in the food. And today it's very clear that the best restaurants in the country are situated in the Winelands, which is a great story for tourism, but it's also, as I say, a very natural synergy, because the relationship between wine and food is one of the most perfect ones that we have.
What I love about wine tourism is the fact that it's an experience that you have on a wine farm, but you can also have it away from the wine farm. So when you go back to your little house in London, your little flat, you remember and you re-experience everything that you've had on that farm 6 months ago, 6 years ago. When you see the label, when you see the brochure, when you see the pictures that you took on your trip, you remember that again. So when you taste the wine, it's almost like you're going back to it. That's the beauty of wine tourism.
From a wine tourism point of view, it's fantastic to see the level at which we are competing. You know, today during the speech we had the rotating images of what we're up against, and the standard in South Africa, the category winners are world standard, and we hear this all the time from people visiting. And the other thing that we've noticed is that the actual judging here in South Africa is taking much longer, the validation process, where it was under an hour, 45 minutes 4 or 5 years ago, it was clear who the winner was. The top 3 winners are so close, we deliberate for about 3 hours, and that means that the bar is being raised, the quality is improved, and the wine tourism oriented wineries are really trying hard to capture the market.